We are starting about loops concept, iterative statements. Are you getting? Just we started about loops concept, iterative statements, right? So this is just the flow control is the topic we are covering. We are discussing flow control in the Python, sir. Okay, in the flow control, first selection statements already we completed. Selection statements already we completed, sir. Under that, if we covered, next if else we discussed, next if else we covered, or if followed by elif. Only these elif like these are things we discussed already under selection. I mean selection statements, right? So next and after that, even we covered about iterative statements. Even we discussed about iterative statements. Under iterative statements, sir, do you know first I covered about sir for loop I covered about for loop. Sir, for every element present in the given sequence, if you want to perform certain operation, then we should go for loop. Have you remember, right? So for loop syntax is always one for each element in sub sequence. For each element in sequence, sir, can you please do some action body? Sir, for every element present in this sequence, sir, this body will be executed. If this sequence contain 10 elements, then 10 times body will be executed, right? If the sequence contains 20 elements, then body will be executed 20 times. Okay, like sir, for every element present in the given sequence, if you want to do certain operation, then we should go for what, sir? For loop, right? Remember that, sir. Sometimes I don't know how many number of elements are there in the sequence and so on. Yes, along, yes, some condition is the true. Can you please execute the body? Are you getting? Sir, while condition. Next one after that, body. While condition, body, sir. Yes, along, yes, some condition is the true. Yes, along, yeah, this condition is the true. Body will be executed. So, sir, how many times this body will be executed? How many times this condition is the true? If the condition false, then the loop execution will be stopped. So if you don't know number of iterations in advance, sir, for until as long as some condition is satisfied, can you please execute, sir? Then we should go for what? While loop, right? Remember, sir, in Python, sir, only if else is there but not a switch statement. Next, in Python, for loop and while loops are there but not do while. Remember, in C language, Java language, C++, we have third another loop is there, do while, but such type of loop is not there in the Python. Remember that, sir. Next and after that, even we discussed about, have you remembered, right? Sir, even we discussed about, sir, there is a possibility of infinite loops also. Regarding, there may be a chance of infinite loops also. As long as this condition is always true, then automatically, sir, body keep on executing, then my loop never going to end. Suppose here just best example, while true, sir, while true, directly you are telling, sir, the boolean condition is the true. If it is the keep on true, then just I want to print a hello, I want to take, sir. Print a hello, I want to take. Then how many times this hello will be printed, sir? Infinite number of times. Remember that, infinite number of times it is keep on printing. Remember? So such type of loops are nothing but what? Infinite loops. There is a dangerous situation, right? Okay, take a bit very special care. Okay, remember that. Okay, what is the next cinema we require to talk, sir? What is the next cinema we require to talk about? Even I covered nested loops also. Are you getting? Have you remembered, right? Nested loops also I covered about nested loops. Inside a loop, we can take another loop. Are you getting? Inside the loop, we can take another loop. Such type of loops are by default considered nested loops. Remember that, sir. Okay, how you can able to use nested loops concept? Here just have a look once, sir. We used already in the last session, right? Okay, just for basic idea purpose I'm taking, sir. Assume that, sir, I'm taking for I in range of 4, sir. For I in range of 4, for j in range of 4. Are you getting? 4 means range of 4 means 0 to 3. Okay, like what I'm trying to take, sir, print off. Okay, sir, I is equal to and j is equal to like this dot the format of, sir, first curly braces I have to fill with I, second curly braces I have to fill with j, sir. This is the format, string format method, right? Sir, if I can take a small, then automatically it is the nested loop. I'm taking one loop inside another loop. Such type of concept is nothing but nested loops concept, right? Remember that nested loops concept. Let me execute this code. Okay, let me execute this code, sir. Okay, remember, sir, just observe that here py test dot py test dot py, like have you observed, right? I is equal to 0, j is equal to 0, I is equal to 0, j is equal to 1. If I is equal to 0, then j will be repeated from 0 to 3. If I is equal to 1, again j will be repeated from 0 to 1 3. If I is equal to 2, again j will be repeated from 0 to 1 3. I is equal to 3, again j is equal to repeated from 0 to 1 3. Okay, like sir, make sure this is what the nested loops concept, right? So in Python, inside a loop, we are allowed to take another loop. Such type of concept is nothing but what? Nested loops concept, right? Okay, make sure, sir, you people should aware. Okay, sir, what is the next cinema we require to talk, sir? Sir, after completing this one, just there are, sir, one or two small puzzles, pattern examples I covered, sir. Pattern examples we discussed, sir, pattern examples, right? Sir, now just I told right yesterday, just almost around 100 patterns, sir, I practiced, so that so I sir, just I write the code for almost around 100 patterns, right? If you are going to practice those 100 patterns, definitely your knowledge by default is going to be improved. But practicing this is not that much easy. Make sure, sir, definitely I will share that material. Don't worry about that. Okay, just I hope that material is there with me. Python materials. Okay, so just let me convert into patterns 120 something like this is. Sir, have you observed, right? Square pattern with the star symbol, sir. Sir, if I enter number of, yeah, if I enter number of rows are six, then automatically a square 6 rows and 6 columns, only star symbol has to print. Now my requirement is enter number of rows 4. Then my requirement is, sir, 1 2 3 4, like I have to print. Sir, this is the code. Observe that this is the code. This is the code. Code is there, and the corresponding output is also there, sir. This is the code for this. Next, if you want this one, then automatically, sir, what is the code for that? What is the code? Like, sir, even complete code by default I'm maintaining, sir. Almost around you can able to say, sir, you can see almost 100 plus patterns are there. Definitely I will share with you people. Don't worry about that. Okay, let me convert into acceptable material form. Okay, so our team is going to add some extra masalas like sir, acceptable material form I will do. So just I will share with you this, sir. Sir, this all these things I practiced, sir, happily you can able to get okay, because there are some small format issues are there. That's why, sir, I'm not in a position to share this one. There are small format kind of issues are there. It is not the exact output what I'm expecting. Are you getting? Sir, just have a look once, sir. Have a look once. Enter. Okay, just I'm taking enter a number. Okay, what it's going to do, sir? Observe that. Enter a number. Sir, I'm taking 5, sir. Immediately it's going to print 4 3 2 1 0 0 1 2 3 and so on. Are you able to understand, right? Okay, next have a look once, sir. Like sir, like you can able to take any kind of things, right? Okay, now have you observed, right? This is the simple, sir. Don't feel this is the only possible way. Don't feel that this is the only possible way. You can have n number of alternative ways also. Maybe your way may be optimal. I don't know, sir. Okay, just here have a look once, sir. Enter a number, sir. Enter a number 5 I'm taking. Have you observed, right? Happily, beautifully it is going to provide the output in the diamond shape. Okay, like but very interesting. Internally, the numbers are changing. It is not simply star symbol, right? Okay. Next, and after that, here, like if you are considering this one, just have a look once, sir. If you consider this one, matter of just 2 minutes, sir. All these things are working or not, just showing. Enter a number. Okay, now observe that. Enter a number 5. Then automatically, something like angular, like it's going to print, sir. Okay, like now this is like we have multiple things are available right now. Have a look once, sir. Sir, anyway, this 54 is not correct. This 54 number is not correct because there are several things I didn't use the number. Okay, like sir, now let me consider enter some number 8. Enter some number 8. Are you getting right? Something like Christmas tree. Are you getting something like Christmas tree, sir? Okay, like yeah. So these type of things, but more concentration must be required. The people who want to do that, more concentration, more analyzing skill must be required. All these things let me convert into, sir, printable form, understandable form, and then that PDF file I will share mostly within 1 or 2 days. Don't worry much about this. Are you able to understand, right? Yes. Are you going to practice? Are you going to practice? Yes, sir. Next time after that, may not in this regular online session. In this regular online session, I may not continue, sir, all these patterns. If I'm going to take pattern, every class is 5, then 20 days I have to explain only for patterns. Okay, I will announce separate classes for this, and there happily you can able to attend, sir. Okay, it's not something like separate batch for getting the money. No, sir, don't worry. You people only separate time I will announce so that every day some 5 to 10 patterns we will practice, almost 10 days or 15 days. Then happily those these videos, recordable videos, I will share for the remaining who are unable to attend. Okay, that's all, sir. Now is it are you able to understand, right, sir? Make sure this work is there with your name. This work is there with your name. Make sure, sir. Next time after that, sir, one small doubt Janacharya is asking. Do you know while true, okay, just what I'm taking here is while true or otherwise. Okay, while true, just I'm taking print of hello like this I'm taking, sir. Print of hello like this I'm taking. But here my doubt here is, sir, just observe I is equal to 0. I is equal to 0, sir. Sir, after printing I plus is equal to 1. So I value is incrementing or not? I value is incrementing, sir. If I is equal to 5, if I is equal to 5, can you please break? Oh, luckily I'm using break statement also, so that if I value is the 5, automatically loop by default will be break. What is the output we are going to get? Oh, respond, man. What is the output by default we are going to get? Hello. How many times it will be printed? Hello. How many times it will be printed? Sir, 5 times. 5 times. 5 times it's going to first 0. Next time after that, sir, I value will become 1. If I is equal to 5, then so I is equal to 0 printed, 1 printed, 2 printed, 3 printed, 4 printed. Whenever I is equal to 5 also may be printed. After printing I'm checking. That's why, so 6 times I hope it is going to print. Anyway, let me check, maybe plus or minus, no problem. 5 times. Okay, 5 times it's a printing, right? Okay, well, now take a bit very special case, sir. Instead of true, can I take 1? This is the doubt from Janacharya. Sir, anyway, true internally treated as 1. Are you getting? Internally treated as 1. Is it going to accept or not? Like this, right? Now, have you observed? Have you observed, right? Janacharya, are you able to understand? Yes. So this one is perfectly valid. Don't keep any doubt at all, right? Okay. So in the place of Boolean value, happily we are allowed to use, okay, true, no issue at all, right? Okay, that's all. Sir, these are various things what you people should aware. Sir, 0 means what? 0 means what? 0 means what? False. 1 means what? True. Remember that, sir. Okay, that's all. Sir, now what is the next cinema we require to talk about, sir? What is the next cinema we require to talk about this one? Okay, sir, there are 1 or 2 students are having the doubt. Sir, pattern printing is only way to increase logical ability, or is there any other way also? Divya, just only thing is the people who want to write the code very effectively, efficiently. Only medicine for that is practice. That's all. Are you getting? Create your own scenarios, sir, to simulate that. Write a Python program. Are you getting? To simulate that, write a Python program. Like how much practice you people are going to do, that much confidence by default you are going to get in the coding. Sir, if I will practice pattern patterns example, then I will get logical thinking. Can I able to? Yes, definitely. It is one way. Next, if you practice some more examples, yes, but patterns is more logic oriented. Regarding that's why definitely it is going to add add more helpful, right? Okay, like next and after that, yes. Next and after that, one more. Kapil is asking some. Sir, if I is equal to 0 and increment is inside while loop indentation, how does I value here will increment? Yes, very simple. Because this total is body or not. This total thing itself is nothing but body. Okay, are you getting? Next, the indentation. Sir, don't expect body contain only one line. Body contain only one line. So this total thing is by default considered body. Remember that. Okay. So under while, how many lines of the code is there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 lines of the code is there. Remember that this total is the body. Kapil, are you able to understand? Ayo, Kapil. Yes. Okay. Yeah, this total thing. Next time after that, at the top already I took 0. I is equal to 0. Then automatically, yes, I is equal to 0. So if I is equal to 0, while true. Let me take a true, sir. While true. Now observe, is this condition is the true or false? Is this condition is the true or false? True. Array, true. Kapil, what your doubt? Kapil, can you please? Oh, no. Okay. It is I is equal to 0, just only normal value, man. Normal value. Okay, right. So that's all. So this is about what is the while loop. Instead of true, can I take 1? Instead of false, can I take 0? Like, sir, is it possible or not? One student is asking the doubt. No problem. Instead of true, you can take 1. Instead of false, you can take 0. Itself is acceptable. But in Java, compiler will give left and right. Okay, Boolean values are always true or false only. 0 and 1, such a type of terminology is not acceptable in Java. But luckily in Python, yes, it is acceptable. No problem at all. Next, one more person is asking the doubt, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4. While 1, 2, 3, 4, is it going to valid or not? Okay, let me cross check, sir. Let me cross check. Yes, it's working, because the reason is 0 means false, non-zero means true. Remember this. 0 means what? False. Non-zero means true internally. Sir, my Python is going to consider like that. Remember that, sir. Even negative also. Just observe. What is the output by default you are going to get? Negative also. Because the reason is it is non-zero. Non-zero means what? Hey, non-zero means what? Respond, man. Non-zero means what? True. If it is the 0, then automatically, sir, I'm taking 0. If it is the 0, what will happen, sir? If it is the 0, false. If it is the false, sir, loop body is not going to execute. Let me cross check. Okay, sir, have you observed? No output, because loop body is not executed. Clear, right? That's all. Sir, this is about what is nested loops like this, right? Sir, now what is the next cinema we require to talk about? What is the next cinema we have to talk about, sir? Sir, in this example, do you know, sir, here at the beginning, I is equal to 0 must be required or not? Yes, man, because you are using directly. Where you have to keep, okay, like mandatory. Remember, sir. Next, what is the next cinema I have to talk, sir? Transfer statements. Regarding what is the next one? Transfer statements. There are multiple transfer statements are there in Python, sir. One is break statement. Regarding break statement, second one is continuous statement. Regarding one is the break statement, continuous statement. So third one I can use pass also. Okay, what is the meaning of these things we require to talk, sir? Sir, do you require any break? Do you require any break? Sir, just observe. What is the meaning of break? Okay. Oh, can you please break, man? Can you please break? What is the meaning of break? Sir, suppose, can you please break that? If you are not getting, can you please break that? Cut that. So break means break the loop, man. Break the loop, come out of that. Are you getting? Break the loop and come out of that. So like so based on some Boolean condition. Oh, break means break faster. Pardas are they? Don't tell break means break faster. Huh? Okay, here just to take a bit very special case, huh? break. So based on some Boolean condition, if I want to come out of the loop, hey, don't continue the loop, man. My requirement already completed. Don't continue. Don't. You are not required to execute loop once again. Can you please break loop execution? Then we should go for break. Are you getting that? Based on some condition, if we want to break, which thing you are going to break, sir? Loop execution. Are you getting it? If you want to break loop execution, then we should go for break statement. Remember that, sir. Sir, I will go for a small chota example so that you can able to understand very easily, right? Sir, we can use break statement inside loops to break loop execution based on some condition. For that purpose, we can use break statement, right? Make sure you people should aware, sir. Sir, just let me go for a small chota example so that you may aware clearly, right? Very simple, sir. I'm taking for I in range of 10. I'm taking for I in range of 10. Sir, for I in range of 10 means can you please tell what is the which values it is going to consider? 0 to I respond, man. 0 to 9. 0 to 9. Like if I double equal to 7. If I double equal to 7, just to use the word print. Sir, processing is enough. Sir, here processing is enough. Processing is enough. Please break. Are you getting? Processing is enough. Please break. Like I took, sir. Okay. If I is equal to 7, processing is enough. Please break. That's why I'm using the word break, sir. Okay. Sir, if I is not 7, if I is not 7, then automatically what I have to do, sir? Print of I. Okay. Observe that. Observe a bit very carefully, sir. Only these two lines under if, but this print of I is not under if. Okay. If this condition is the true, then only it will execute. If this condition is the false, then the body won't be executed. Have you observed, right? So first I will check, is it 7 or not? If it is the 7, then only it will execute, sir. If you break executed, you will come out of the loop. Are you getting? You will come out of the loop. Now, if this condition is not satisfied, directly body won't execute, directly print of I will come. Can you please tell what is the output we will get now? Array, what is the output we are going to get, right? Sir, first 0, I value the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whenever I'm 7, processing is enough. You are not required to continue, man. Break loop execution like this, right? Sir, now have a look once, sir. Sir, what is the answer? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Processing is enough. Please break. I hope everyone can able to understand what is the meaning of this one. Are you getting? Based on some condition. Okay, if you want to break loop execution, then happily we can go for break statement, right? Sir, now a bit more realistic example. Let me talk about, sir. What is my requirement is, sir, do you know, especially suppose I have shopping cart is there. Assume that, sir. Best example to understand, shopping cart is there, sir. In the shopping cart, sir, my items are there. Sir, 10 rupees, 20 rupees, 30 rupees. Next and after that, some 600 rupees, some 70, 80, 90, like this I have, sir. Assume that, sir. Now, do you know, all these things I require to process. All these things I require to process. But if anywhere greater than 500, if anywhere in your selected items, if anywhere greater than 500, what I have to do? Sorry, man, I can't process, because to process there, insurance must be required. Are you getting? Mostly in India, we are not having any such type of mandatory insurance. But if you go to the US, there are some people are there. There are some people are there in this session from the US and other countries. Correct? Anyone? Anyone from other countries? Not from India? Yes, Kapil from US. Any other person? Dharani, you are from? Dharani, you are from? Dharani, you are from US only? Australia? Yes, Naresh, US. Next, you all already US. Sir, in India, insurance, these kind of things are a bit not that much mandatory. But there in the US, sir, if you want to process items, insurance is there or not mandatory, right? Sir, assume that, sir, $600 or 600 rupees. If in our cart, if any item whose price is greater than 600, then automatically, sorry man, sorry, I can't place this order because this order must require insurance. Are you getting? Compulsory, this order must require insurance, like I have to tell. Are you getting? That's about my requirement, right? What I'm taking here. Have a look once. Beautiful example. Cart is equal to 10 comma 20 comma 600, 10 comma 20 comma 600 comma 60 comma 70 comma 90, something like I took, sir. Assume that. Sir, my requirement is for each item in cart. Do you know square bracket kind of notation? Square bracket kind of notation. What is this concept? Please respond each and every person. Square bracket kind of notation. What is this one, sir? What is this? List concept, right? Okay, make sure square bracket kind of notation, it is a list concept, right? Okay, for each item in cart, what I have to do, sir, immediately I have to check if item greater than 500, if anywhere item greater than 500, print sorry, we can't place this order, we can't process this order, we can't process this order. Insurance must be required, something like. So insurance must be required immediately. You are not required to execute the remaining items. That's all break, sir. That's all break. Okay, if item is not greater than 500, print processing item. Are you getting right? Processing item, like just I'm taking comma item. Everyone can able to understand, right? Sir, how beautiful it is. 10. Okay, now if item is not greater than 500, no problem, 10 is the less than, so it is not going to execute. The loop body is not going to this if body is not going to execute because 10 is not greater than 500. Happily processing item 10. Next 20, processing item 20. Next bloody 600 came. If the 600 is coming, immediately this condition satisfied. Sorry, we can't place this order, insurance must be required. Like immediately break, come out of the loop. That's all. What is the output we are going to get, sir? Processing item 10, processing item 20, and then immediately it will stop. It is not continue for the remaining items processing. Remember that. Everyone can able to understand, right? Yes, ma'am. Are you in a position to understand? So what is the output by default you are going to get, sir? Make sure, sir. Have a look once. Processing item 10, processing item 20. Are first two items, no problem. Whenever the bleeding 600 is coming, immediately, sorry, we can't place this order, insurance must be required. Clear? Are you able to understand, right? Sir, what about break? Are you able to understand? Sir, if you want to break loop execution, then automatically we should go for, okay? Sir, based on some condition, if you want to break loop execution, then we should go for break statement, right? Remember that. Sir, that's all. This is about break. Do you require any break? Clear, right? Are you able to understand break? Hey, can you please break loop execution? Don't execute, man. Don't process remaining item. Break this because our mandatory requirement is nothing but something fails. That's why like this is about what is the break statement, right? Sir, what is the next cinema? Can I continue? Respond, man. Can I continue? Yes. Okay. Can I continue? That's all. Sir, now second one here, continue. Okay, now observe that. Continue, like, oh, break. Continue. Here just have a look once, sir. What is the meaning of continue statement? What is the meaning of continue, sir? Sir, now here, do you know? Here observe that. assume this is my loop. Observe that while sir some condition, I'm taking some condition, it can be for loop or while loop, and then body will be there, sir. In the body, don't feel that only one statement, multiple statements are there. Suppose here some condition I'm using the word continue. Assume that some condition I'm using the word continue. Sir, what will happen is, what will happen is, sir, this condition is satisfied. Assume this condition is satisfied. Now body, this one will execute, this one will execute, this one will execute if continue is there. Sir, within the loop, if the continue statement is there, array, skip the current iteration, go for next iteration. Oh, check once again conditional and then execute remaining. Are you getting it? In the current iteration, actually all the things are required to execute. But in the middle, continue statement came, skip current iteration and go for next iteration. That is the purpose of continue statement. We can use continue statement inside loops to skip current iteration. To skip current iteration means remaining part of current iteration and continue for next iteration. Sir, remaining thing you are not required to execute in this iteration. Sir, continue, go for directly next iteration, man. Okay, like you have. So just let me go for a small chota example, then you will get a much clarity, right? What I'm taking is just observe this, sir. For I in range of 10, sir. For I in range of 10 I'm taking. If I percentage 2 is equal to 0, sir, if it is the even number, we don't want to process even numbers. Ignore, go for next number. What I'm taking? Continue. Sir, if it is not even number, then immediately print of I, sir. Are you getting? Print of I. Now take a bit very special case, sir. First, what is the I value? Array respond. What is the I value? 0. First, I value is nothing but 0. 0% is 2 is equal to 0. Satisfied, man. Continue. Continue means remaining part of current iteration, it won't execute. Go for next one. Sir, now I value will become 1. 1% is equal to 0, not satisfied. That's why continue won't execute. Directly print of 1. So if it is the even number, go for next iteration. If it is the odd number, print that odd number. So what is the output by default you are going to get, sir? 1, next and after that 3, 5, 7, 9. Are you getting 1, 3, 5, 7, 9? This is the output by default you are going to get. Everyone can able to understand? Yes, man. Are you able to understand? Sir, continue means skip current iteration, continue for the next iteration. Sorry, if it is the break is the dangerous, man. No more iterations. If the break is coming, no more iterations. But continue, skip only current iteration, continue for the next iteration. Break is the very dangerous, man. Once a break is coming, no more for loop. Regarding you are come out of the directly for loop, man. Remember that, okay? Now have a look once. What is the output by default we are getting? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Clear? Okay, sir, just observe. Actually, this is the total body. How many times this body should require to execute? Yes, man. Can you please tell each and every person how many times? 10 times has to execute. 10 times has to execute this body. But now, if anywhere this condition is satisfied, then remaining part of the body won't execute. Go for the next iteration. So inside the loop, if anywhere continue coming, remaining part won't execute. Go for next iteration. For that purpose, we can use continue statement, right? Remember that, sir. So that is the need of continue. Sir, now let me go for a small, more meaningful example, right? What is our meaningful example is? Have a look once, sir. Okay, sir, I'm taking a meaningful example. Same example, right? Same example. Sir, now I'm conveying to the shopping mall owner. Our online shopping cart, I'm conveying, boss, if anywhere insurance is required, please ignore that item. I don't want that item. Can you please continue remaining items only? Then what I will do? continue. Are you getting? Continue. So continue. Now observe, sorry, we can't process this item. This item insurance must be required. Okay. We can't process this item. Insurance must be required. Okay. This item, sir, just I'm taking. Okay. Item. Which item? Like this. Okay, now observe that, sorry, we can't process this item. I'm printing that item also. Insurance must be required. Sir, now observe a bit very carefully, sir. If 10, if 10, sir, item is greater than 500, no, that's why this one is not going to execute. Directly processing item 10, excellent. 20, excellent. Next 600 is coming. Regarding 600 is coming. 600 is greater than 500, man. Oh, sorry, we can't process this item. Insurance must be required. So continue means without continue remaining part, directly go for next iteration. Are you getting? Now 60 will be processed. Next time after that 70 will be processed. 90 will be processed. Only one item is not going to be processed. What is that item, sir? 600. Are you able to see the difference between break and continue? Yes, man. Are you able to see the difference between break and continue? Break means, sir, remaining items won't be processed, man. Continue means remaining items will be processed. Only that particular item will be skipped. Clear? Yes. Can you please guess what is the output we are going to get? Can you please guess what is the output we are going to get? Processing item 10, processing item 20. Next, whenever 600 is coming, sorry, we can't process this item. 600, insurance must be required. Next, 60 will be processed, 70 will be processed, 90 will be processed, sir. Now, have a look once. Let me add the one more number here, sir, 550. Okay, 2 items won't be processed. Remaining items will be processed, right? Beautiful example. Can you please observe? Processing item 10, processing item 20. Sorry, we can't process this item. 600 insurance must be required. Processing item 60, processing item 70. Next, sorry, we can't process this item. 550 insurance must be required. Sir, processing item 90. Yes, man. Are you able to understand? Ayo. Are you able to understand, right? Okay. Make sure this is about what is the continuous statement. Okay. Like, sir, let me go for another small chota example so that you people may get some clarity. Here, very simple, sir. What I have a group of numbers are there. I have a group of numbers are there. 10, 20, 10, 20. Next, and after that 0, 5, 0, 30. Regarding, sir, just I have, this is a group of numbers. No problem, because it is the list, right? Duplicates are allowed. List duplicates are allowed. Sir, now 10, 20, 0, 5, 0, 30 is there, sir. Now my requirement is, take a bit very special case, sir. Sir, I have one number is there. Sir. What my number is, I want to divide 100. I want to divide 100 with this every number. Are you getting? I want to divide 100 with this every number. Array, can you please divide 100 with 10? Can you please divide 100 with 20? Can you please divide 100 with 0? Can you please divide 100 with 5? 100 with 0? 100 with 30? But the problem is, if you are trying to divide with 0, what will happen? If you are trying to divide with 0, what will happen? Immediately you are going to get what is that error, sir? Have you 0 div error? Are you getting some error? Error by default you are going to get, sir. Now I have to tell. Boss, 0 division error we are going to get. Now I have to convey. Array, if you need the 0, don't divide, man. Don't divide. How you can able to divide with 0? By mistake, if you are trying to do, immediately we are going to get error, man. Like, have a look once. For n in numbers, my requirement is print off. Just I'm taking 100 by 100 by, okay, is equal to 100 by is equal to, like this I'm taking, sir, is equal to dot format of first curly brace n, comma, second curly brace, we have to get 100 by n, sir. 100 by n, 100 by n, like this I'm taking. Sir, very simple, sir. Sir, first 10, 100 by 10. What is the answer, sir? Array 100 by 10. What is the answer, sir? 10.0, 10.0, 10.0, because division operator always going to generate floating point values only in Python. Remember, 20, 10 by 20, 5.0. Sir, 10 by 0, 10 by 0. Immediately, sir, 0 division error. Wait, how you can, man? Sorry, I can't continue. Sorry, I'm stopping this program like it's going to tell. Can you please have a look once? What is the problem? Can you please have a look once? Sir, first 100 by 10, 10.0. Beautiful. 100 by 20, 5.0. We are getting. But whenever we are taking, sir, immediately 0 division error, divide by 0. Are you getting? 0 division error, divide division by 0. Like this we are getting. Now my requirement is, because of this, the program will be terminated abnormally. So before division, can you please check, is it 0 or not? If it is a 0, is it 0 or not? If it is a 0, what you have to do is, so don't do division. Continue for the next number. If it is a 0, continue for the next number. That is what I will take. Here I'm writing, if n is equal to 0, if n is equal to 0, print of, hey, sir, how we can divide with 0? How you can divide with 0? Pagal ho gaya, like we can pagal hai. What is the correct statement? I don't know. Hindi I'm not that much perfect. Okay. Just I'm taking pagal ho gaya, like sir, now I'm taking, sir, continue, like this I'm taking, sir, continue, like this. Now take a bit very special care. So if n is the 0, sir, continue, don't divide, continue. Sir, if 10, observe a bit very carefully, sir. If it is the 10, if it is the 10 is not 0, happily it is going to divide, no problem. Sir, when this one is going to execute, sir, if it is the 0, 10 will be processor, 20 will be processor. But whenever 0 is coming, hey, how we can divide with 0? Pagal ho gaya, like immediately continue means next number. Continue means next iteration. Skip current iteration, continue for the next iteration. Next, sir, okay, 5. Perfect, processor, right? Next, so again 0 is coming. Again continue. Next, 30 will be processor. Clear? Are you able to understand? Array, why you are silent, man? Are you able to understand? Okay. Now, have a look once, sir. Have a look once. Observe that 100 by 10. 100 by 10. What about its value? 10.0. 100 by 20. What about its value? 5.0. Sir, whenever 0 is coming, hey, how we can divide with 0? Pagal ho gaya. Like next 100 by 5, 20.0. Sir, once again, how we can divide with 0? Like next 10 by 30, 3.333. Something like this we are going to get. Everyone can aware? Array? Everyone can aware? Okay, that's all. So this is about what is the continuous statement. So I hope this is the, sir, where we can use break to break loop execution. To break loop execution, okay, based on some condition, then we should go for break. Next, sir, just skip current iteration, continue for the next iteration. Then we can go for what? Continuous statement. Clear, right? Array? Clear? Are you able to understand up to this? Okay. Now, do you require any pause? Array, do you want me pause sometime? Are you getting? Yes. Before going to that pause, okay. Before going to that, okay, let me go for, there is one small pause before covering pause statement, because PASS pause is there in Python. Before covering that, there is one small chota concept is there. Let me cover that, sir. Excellent concept this is. Make sure you people should aware, sir. Okay. What is the next one? Take a bit very special care about this terminology, right? Here there is one lady, Divya is asking some doubts, sir. In float, how we can decide number of decimal places? Yes, By seeing this answer, she's getting the doubt, sir. Okay, sir, 3.3333. Divya, correct, right? Divya, correct? Okay, this is by seeing this one, you are getting the doubt. Remember, in any programming language, okay, the way of representing floating point values is varied from system to system. That's why in the case of float, exact answers we can't expect. If you run the same program on Linux machine, if you run the same program on Mac OS, then automatically different answers may be a chance to come. Sir, approximately 10 by 30 means 3.3333. But how many threes is going to consider? At last, why it is going to round to 5? These things are going to be varied from platform to platform, language to language. Remember, that's why we are not required to worry much about this terminology. Clear? Are you able to understand, right? Yes. Sir, if you want, I want only two things. I want only two things. Then while formatting, you can use percentage to have something like Divya. In Java, it is, in Python, it's already there, such type of facility. Sir, I want only 2 digits. I want only 3 digits. Happily, we can able to use format. Format mechanisms are there to do that. Yes, acceptable in Python. Remember, okay? That's all. Sir, up to this is the clear? Yes, ma'am. Okay. Now, there is one concept I want to talk. Sir, very unfortunate. Everyone in the session aware minimum 1 or 2 languages. Ayo, everyone in the session minimum 1 or 2 languages aware, at least basic idea. Don't worry, I won't ask any questions. Don't worry, I don't want to ask any questions. I won't ask. Sir, Java, some people may aware at least thoda knowledge may have Java, or at least C language or C++. C language or C++ or Pascal. Yes, at least one language. Okay, at least one language. Okay, like so. Remember one small thing: in other languages, in C language or C++, in Java, we never have this type of facility. Sir, only Python having this type of facility. But what about remaining Scala? I don't know that. That's why remaining R language Scala, I don't know. That's why I may not aware. But okay, in C language, in Python language, there is a bigger specialty is there. What is that specialty? Is just observe that usually where we can use else statement. Where we can use else statement. Can I spell out else statement, right? Sorry, if else in any programming language, else is always going to be there. Else is always going to be there related to if, sir. Related to if. Remember this, okay? But in Python, else statement is going to come with the loops concept. Are you getting it? Even for else is also possible. Wow, how rushed, man. Are you getting it? For else is possible. Next and after that, while else is also possible. Are you getting for else is possible? While else is possible. Else don't feel it is applicable only for if statement. It is applicable. It is applicable for loop, while loop. Next and after that, do you know? Tomorrow we are going to discuss try, except, finally, blocks, right? Try, except, finally, blocks, right? Yes, there also else. Oh, this else is there, man. There also. So Parsad is telling else married with all. Yes, man. Okay, else is going to come with if statement, else is going to come with loops statement, else is going to come with the try except finally blocks also. This bloody else is always there, man. Remember, but understanding this next where exactly required is the bigger problem. Most of the people are not getting that much clearly, sir, why this bloody concept is required. Like a beautiful concept, it is not bloody concept. That's what we are going to use. Remember this one, sir. Only else is not allowed. Divya, only else is not allowed. Else should be either with if or either with the for loop or while loop or try block. Only else, it is not allowed. Clear? Divya, your doubt got clarified, I hope. Single else valid or not? No, it is not. Okay. Now take a bit very special care. what this bloody else statement, where we can use this one, that part I will discuss, right? Okay, here just observe that. Sir, I'm taking loops. Loop I'm taking, sir. Loop, it may be while loop or it may be for loop. It may be while loop or it may be for loop. Next, in the body, there are several statements are there. Are you getting? In the body, there are several statements are there. Even some conditions I may use break statements also. So remember, even some conditions I may use break statement also. Okay, like. Sir, if the break executed, what will happen? Can I spell out? If the break executed, what will happen? Immediately we will come out of the loop. Sometimes my requirement is, sir, if the break not executed, then automatically break not executed, then all the statements will be executed or not? Yes, ma'am. If the break is not executed, all the statements will be executed. For every iteration, all the iterations will be completed successfully. Sometimes my requirement is, oh, thank God, break not executed. Sir, if break not executed, then I want to do certain operation. Then we have to use else block for that. Sir, once I'm going for example, then you can able to get much clarity, but keep on listening. Are getting? When else part will be executed. Here I'm taking immediately else. Some statements I'm taking, sir. Sir, these statements, when these statements will be executed in the loop, if a break statement not executed. Are you getting? Else means loop without break. Else means what? Loop without break. Then else statement is going to execute, sir. Sir, if the loop executed without breaking, without executing break statement, then happily else part is going to execute. Okay? Else means loop without break. That's all, sir. So then immediately, sir, let me go for a small chota example. Then you can able to understand, right? Okay, sir, very simple. Have a look once, sir. Here, just please wait, sir. Okay, here just observe that same example. I'm taking 10, 20, 10, 20. Okay, 600, 10, 20, 600, 60, 70. Next and after that, like I'm taking, sir, 90 like this. Sir, now if n is if item greater than 500, break, sir, processing the item like this I took, sir. Next, else. Can you please tell when the else part will be executed? Oh, respond. When the else part will be executed? If a loop executed completely without the break. Are you getting? If the loop executed completely without the break, then only else part will be executed. Okay. Now here just observe that. In this case, break will execute or won't execute? Can you please tell? In this case, break will execute or won't execute? Remember, won't execute because all the items are less than 500 only. This condition is always false. If this condition is always false, this body never going to execute like this. Now have a look once. Processing item 10, 20, 60, 70, 90, 100% pakka. Sir, if all items processed, I want to print some statement to the end user. Else. Okay, here I'm taking print congrats. Congrats. All items processed successfully. Are you getting? All items processed successfully. Okay, like I'm taking, sir. Are you getting? Sir, if yes, this is just observe that if break is not executed, so at least one item also we didn't miss, sir. Congrats, man. All items processed successfully. Sir, I want to do that. Then let me go for. Are you able to understand? Congrats. All items processed successfully. Okay, listen. Sir, now at least one item, not processed. Assume that, sir. 10, 20, 600. Can you please tell break will execute or not? Oh, respond. Break will execute or not? If the break is going to execute, now the control is coming. Now the control is coming out of the loop. Correct, right? If the control is coming out of the loop, else part will execute or won't execute. Array, else part will execute or won't execute. Else part never going to execute because break already executed. If loop inside the loop, if break executed, then else part is not going to execute. Remember, are you getting right? Sorry, we can't place this item. 600 insurance must be required. Must be required. Then automatically else part is not going to execute. Are you able to understand, right? Are you able to understand, right? Okay. So now, do you know here this else is always associated with the break only, not with continue. Remember, Chandan Kumar, next Guru Prasad, it's always going to continue. It's always going to associated with the break, not with the continue. Remember, clear? Sir, can you please tell for else, is it valid syntax in the Python? Array for else, is it valid syntax in the Python? Array for else, valid or not? Yes, ma'am. Yes. Next and after that, do you know when the else part will be executed? When the else part will be executed? If can you please tell what the when the else part is going to be executed? Inside the loop, if the break statement is not executed, then only else part will be executed. So I can use the beautiful statement. Compulsory you have to remember this one. Else means loop without a break. Are you getting? Else means loop without a break. Remember that. Else means what? Loop without a break. Remember? So if the loop executed without a break, then only else block is going to execute. Remember that, sir. Okay. Then if there is no break written, then all the iterations are going to execute simultaneously. Vedant, at that time, happily else part is always going to execute. Okay. Inside the loop, if a break executed, if you are writing break, if a break executed, then else part won't execute. If the break not executed, then else is always going to execute. Sir, Vedant is asking, Vedantivar is asking, sir, assume that break is not there. Assume that break is not there. If the break is not there, no break, it will process again. At that time, else part is always going to execute, man. Are you getting it? You didn't break. All the items by default will be processed. Observe that. Are you getting right? Sir, all the things. Even you are telling sorry, you can't process, but you didn't break that. That's why 660. And then else part is executing or not? Yes, even though I'm not using break statement. Clear? Are you able to understand? Array? Yes, man. This is one dangerous concept, man. Most of the people are always misunderstanding this concept. Array, else, for loop, else means, while loop, else means, where, what is the use or where you can use this type of requirement. Like there are a number of people are having this type of headaches. So make sure you should aware. Sir, for else, possible or not? Array, else, for else, possible or not? Array, why you are silent, man? Possible or not possible? Next, while else, possible or not? Yes, else block can be used for if, else block can be used for loops, else block can be used for try except. I mean, exceptioning concept is there. In the future, maybe after a few days, I will discuss about that. There also this bloody else is always there. Sir, else is always there, man. Remember that. Okay. In the case of loops, when the else part is going to execute, if there is no break inside loop, then automatically else part is going to execute. I mean, loop executed without a break, then only else will be executed, right? Okay, that's all. Next, I have small questions. One or two questions are there. What is the difference between for loop? What is the difference between for loop and while loop? What is the difference between for loop and while loop? Can you spell out, sir? Already you know, sir. Sir, can you please repeat code for every item in the sequence? Can you please execute body for every item in the given sequence? In the given sequence like this. In the given sequence, then go for what? For loop. Regarding then we should go for loop, sir. Sir, for x in, for x in, for each item x in, sir, range of 10, I'm taking range of 10. Can you please execute body? Okay, sir, how many values are there inside 10? How many values are there inside 10? Inside 10, then automatically 10 values are available. Remember, 0 to 9 means 10 value. 10 times this body will execute. For each item present in the given sequence, can you please execute body? Then automatically happily for loop is going to execute, right? Remember, then automatically when we should go for while loop, remember that while loop, sir, sir, execute body as long as condition is true. Some condition is true, execute body as long as some condition is true. As long as some condition is true, then automatically happily we can go for while loop. Means if I don't know number of iterations in advance, happily we can go for what? This is while loop, right? Then we should go for while loop. If you are a fresher, maybe a chance to ask this type of questions, right? Sir, while some condition, next and after that body, as long as this condition is true, this body keep on executing. If the condition fails, then automatically this body execution will be stopped. Remember that, sir. Okay. Next, how to exit from the loop? Anyone, can you please tell how to exit from the loop? By using which statement you can come out of the loop? Array, how to exit from the loop? Can you please tell how to exit from the loop? By using what? Break statement. How to exit from the loop? By using break statement. Next, how to skip current iteration and continue for the next iteration. Can you spell out, sir? We should go for what? We should go for continue statement. Hey, can you skip current iteration and continue for the next iteration? Then we should go for continue statement. Next, when else part will be executed? When else part will be executed? Can I spell out, sir? When the else part will be executed? If loop executed, please guide. If loop executed without break, if no break, then only else part is going to execute, right? That's all, sir. Clear? Everyone can able to understand? Yes, ma'am. Okay, that's all. This is about break, continue. Next, sir, loop with the else part. Make sure. Okay. Now let me pass. Okay, but the next statement we have to execute the pass statement. Okay, this part we will discuss in the next session. Just wait for a minute. This part we will discuss in the next session, sir.